7 Item Stone, what's up? We got some updates for the Limit Over Collection plus Rarity Collection 5, technically, right? For 2026. We've got 6 more cards here in the Overframe Rarity. And not just Overframe, Grandmaster as well. And will the TCG see the serialized cards? My bet is yes, probably. You should, Konami. But so far for Yu-Gi-Oh! And the OCG, it's confirmed that they have cards in Grandmaster Rarity, including these 6 brand new ones here, right? Check these out. Boom! We have new cards. All 6 of them represent the 6 protagonists of the first Studio Gallop original run of animes, right? Counting all the way from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, GX, 5Ds, Zexal, or Zeal, Arc V, and Vrains, right? This was all before the Rush Duel era, which we still don't know if there's any lore tie-ins or connections that they're going to make, which there kind of is with Duel Links. Duel Links kind of makes everything canon and meta, a meshed universe, right, of Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters. But here we have these, apparently being in Grandmaster Rare as well. This is insane. So we got one here for Yugi and Jaden, obviously, right? We've got a reference to the OG Duel Monsters, Duelist Kingdom, Kaiba versus Yugi, and the Face-Off, the Multiply, and also Pegasus versus Yugi as well. So this is kind of Yugi's go-to move that he's done against a couple other people as well. So like he likes to rock the Karibo mess. But the Multiply, here we go. We got it fully realized in an actual card itself. Nice. Love the shout out to Duelist Kingdom and one of Yugi's earliest surprise techs, right? And I know what you're thinking. Hey, this is a Yugi card. No, this is a Jaden card because it's Wing Karibo. As you would know, first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, when Yugi gives Jaden the Wing Karibo card, boom. And then Wing Karibo has different variations and evolves. He's got evolutions. There's a Pokemon aspect here. Now, I don't know GX as well. I've seen it all more than once. I still don't know what moment this is from. So I'm still an OG fan, okay, stop. But here we have a variation of Junk Synchron to represent 5Ds. Yusei Fudo's go-to. You know, all these are kind of like their secondary ace monsters. I know you wouldn't think Karibo and all this stuff, but hey, you watch the anime, you read the manga, these cards come in clutch, dude. You like coming in clutch, dude? There it is, dude, clutch. And same with Synchron right here. Same with Junk Synchron. Love this little guy in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Has saved Yusei's ass. He's what makes Stardust Dragon possible, Junk Warrior and all that. Come on. This is legendary type stuff here. Same with Gaga Magician, right? From Zexal, a variation of Dark Magician, right? A little spin on Dark Magician, right? Yuma from Zexal, the main character from Zexal, the protagonist. Look at this. These all look amazing. I love every one of these, man. And even Arc V, we have Yugioh's Stargazer Magician variant overframe version here. Again, all new versions of these cards. These are all brand new cards. New spins on the characters, you know, the dual monsters that we know and love, right? Cyber's Magician as well is a hitter. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Playmaker, you know, before the link, he busts out a ritual. This card is insane. Look at all these artworks, look great. The fact that they are coming in Grandmaster Rare as opposed to the other ones that we've seen, that's a little weird. I mean, the other ones that we've seen before, right? These cards, I'm surprised these didn't get announced as Grandmaster Rares as well, in addition to the Dark Magician, right? Like this fella here. Limited to 100 copies. Serialized card. The first announced serialized card in Yu-Gi-Oh! DZAM. Now, apparently this is all going to be in Limit Over Collection for them. Will we see these in Rarity Collection 5 in the TCG for the English and elsewhere? I'm really wondering. You know, initially we thought we were just getting 18 in the Limit Over Collection and just 10 in the Rarity Collection 5. Will it still just be 10 now with these? I mean, when are we going to get these in the TCG? I don't know. I'm assuming they will just update Rarity Collection 5 and include these as well. I don't know. If they do, is it them blowing their load again? I don't think so. There is just so many cards for them to print, so many more themes and stuff they got going on probably There's so many third-dairy, beyond secondary, fourth-rate monsters that are still fan favorites that they could still print and give their Grandmaster Rares to. I'm down, right? There's so much stuff going on here. And plus, we don't know what else they got cooking on in the background. I mean, come on, look at the writing is all over the wall for me here. I see 6 cards, all representing the 6 protagonists and their rivals, etc. It all leans into an anime thing, right? This is all centering around an anime project, I assume, because you can't just have these new cards without a new project. If you do, it's a big missed opportunity, but there is talks about reboots and Yu-Gi-Oh projects, right? Movies, animes, things that can happen that bring old characters back, crossovers, etc. Bonds Beyond Time, movie ×2, continuation from D-Sod. Again, it's the 10th anniversary from Dark Sided Dimensions. We still got a story continuing on from there. People say, oh yeah, it's ended, it concluded, Kazuki Takahashi said so. Bro, it continued in Duel Links, right? The story's still going on here, man. And that's a whole nother subject. That's why there's so much content that still is undiscovered with Yu-Gi-Oh! But still, we're missing a lot of it. We need an anime announcement soon. And if we bundle that with these cards and these releases, it's going to be on. It's going to be some good stuff. Now, real quick, I'm going to read the card names for these cards. We've got the Multiplying Karibo. The effect for this Karibo is actually support for Dark Magician, right? So now we've got Dark Magician support going on here. Wing Karibo, Sabattle, level 10. Support for Jaden's monsters, right? The hero deck. Really good effects here. I'm not reading them because I sound stupid when I read Yu-Gi-Oh card effects, so go watch Cyber Knight's video on that. Starjunk Synchron. Starjunk Synchron, love that. Obviously for Yusei's, Junk Warrior and Synchro Monsters. Classic. Gaga Magician, Gaga Magic. Nice. For the Gagagas and the Zubababas and the Heroics, okay. Love that for Zexel, for Yuma. Horoscope Magician, Horoscope Sorcerer, the Stargazer Magician. You got Pendulum Monsters for Odd Eyes, for this Sorcerer, the Stargazer Magician. Cyber's Code Magician. A Ritual Monster. Very interesting with Playmaker in his weird style of link monsters and busting out other summoning mechanics. Overall, look, aside from the effects being really good for all these cards, pretty much, I mean, we've got more Grandmaster Rare cards. The art for these is amazing. This art is insane. The Karibo is probably my favorite here. I mean, second favorite is this. I mean, I'm not even the biggest Zexal fan, but I like Zexal, but this is insane art. This also is really good. This is really good. Wing Karibo is awesome. Junk Warrior is awesome. Or Junk Synchron, really good. And that's another thing about these cards. I know Rush Duel has this new black rarity, right? This thing. They can do stuff like that, making all black cards and all red cards or whatever like Pokemon, because in Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duels, the card layout, the coloring for it, yeah, it's specific for Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? You still have effect monsters being brown, trap cards being pink, purplish, and magic cards being greenish. But with monsters, they know they have fusions, and that's about it. They don't have XZs, which is black, so they're okay to use black cards like this. For us in the TCG, for the regular card game, standard format card game, we're kind of limited by this color layout system that Yu-Gi-Oh! Had from the very beginning. And things do get hairy with pendulums, but still, it's once you know about it, you understand how it works. Kind of. I still don't know. Are there pendulum traps, right? That's weird. But to see these be able to have so much vibrancy and color, but still be bound to this color layout or this color patterning or whatever, and still being able to make it work is pretty rad. I like it. I'm feeling it. These are great additions to the collection of overframes that we have now in Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as Grandmaster Rares, are these good selections? Honestly, odd choice. I like them, yeah, as Grandmasters, but over the other ones that were originally introduced, like we saw before, right? These with these way kind of cooler boss monsters for the pro tags, right? I mean, Stardust, that's got to be serialized, right? I believe so, right? It's hard to keep track of all these news organizations for Yu-Gi-Oh! That are translated from Japanese, which is obviously stuff missing in translation. Figuring out what is what so far, keeping updated with this stuff. It's pretty funky. But yeah, those new cards over these, pretty interesting to make Grandmaster Rares. You know, these are the bosses here. We got, I mean, Blue Eyes especially. You know, these are all new cards, you know, obviously. But yeah, so just as a quick report on those, that's how I feel. That's what's up with them. More Grandmaster Rares, more overframes that will be available in Ultra Rare and a Quarter Century Secret Rare version of Overframe. Yeah, Grandmaster Rare, boom. I mean, that's insane. And my final note about these cards specifically, you're going to have a lot of duelists come around and talk about these in their videos saying, oh, the Karibo is shit, or this effect isn't good, or it's not as good, or the support should have been better, or whatever, right? None of that matters. Sorry, duelists. Collectors don't give a damn. That Karibo is fire, flame, dope. I like it. And I don't care if it doesn't do anything great. It's still pretty quirky, and I like it. Collector's items, come on. What do you think? Is this too many overframes and full arts and serialized cards right out the gate? Or is it just right to get some hype going on? Enthusiasm. Again, I think there's some anime-related stuff going on with these cards here. And if there is, you heard it here first. Or somebody else. But I said it too. 7-item stone, give a dog a bone.